For cheat games, MSP and PSN money, check out my sponsor G2A, the link's down below in the description, and use the code RIG3 for 3% cashback. Alright guys, Riggers here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to invest for the Player of the Month Lucas at the start of FIFA 19. So if you guys will enjoy this video, and if you do, please smash the like button down below. So for the Player of the Month Lucas, you're going to want to start investing for him once the web app and the early access comes out, as once the full game comes out, potentially going to come out that day or a few days later. So going to go into the investing tips right now. Going into the first investing tip for this video, which is going to be a risky one, so it's to actually pick up Lucas himself. So last year for Mane, had to pick up a Mane for his Player of the Month SBC, and that made his price shoot up an absolute ton. So this year for Lucas, if he is actually required, you're potentially going to be able to sell him for a lot of profit, but at the same time, there is a risk here because a lot of people are going to invest in his card, and that's going to make his price go up. Then if he's not required, he's going to drop quite quick. So that's the risk with this. Potentially can make a ton, but at the same time, you do run the risk of losing some coins with him. So going to go into the next tip right now. Next up for this video, we have Spurs players. So for me, I'm actually going to try and snipe the cheapest gold players possible, as with their cards, since everyone's going to know this SBC is coming, they're going to be selling for probably a good amount on the web app, and once the game comes out, if they are required, they'll go up even more. But with these cards, I definitely recommend sniping them, just because I think on like the web app, the early access, they may sell for a little bit more than they should do. For the bronze and the silver cards as well, potentially going to be good to invest if you can get them at 200 coins, 300 coins. If they're like 1,000 coins, 2,000 coins, they're going to be very risky, but for me, going to try and snipe some of the gold cards as cheap as possible. Going into the next investing tip for this video, which is going to be to pick up some Brazil players. So for these, I'm thinking that the squad that they'll fit into will have a rating of about 81, 82, as for Sterling on FIFA 17. His England squad rating was 81, and then for Mane last year for his Senegal squad, they had an 82 rating, so most likely going to be very similar. So for the cheapest 81 and 82 rated Brazil players, definitely going to be worth picking up a few of them. Next up for this video, I'm going to recommend picking up some players from his ex-clubs, so PSG and also Sao Paulo. So for PSG, they're 100% on the game, but for Sao Paulo, I'm not actually sure if they're on the game or not. I know they're on head-to-head, but I'm not sure if they're an ultimate team. So if they are an ultimate team, pick up their cheapest gold players possible. But for PSG, what you're going to want to do, I'm thinking the squad would have a rating of about 81, 82, so the cheapest golds, they will go up, so if you want to pick up the cheapest golds from PSG, you can. But for 81, 82 players, they're potentially going to be good to invest in as well. They'll probably go up a little bit more if they are actually required. I'm going to go into the next tip right now. Going into the final 3 tips for the video now. So first up, maybe worth picking up some players from the teams who Lucas scored against, the Man United and Fulham players, and also with Man United players as well. If they're actually got any cheap 82, 83 rated players, they may be worth picking up because of the next tip. So for 82, 83 rated players in the Premier League, potentially going to be useful, was both the previous 2 years for the August Player of the Month, it has required a Premier League team with an 83 rated squad. So Man United players around that rating, if they don't actually fit into a team that requires like players who Lucas scored against, then they'll fit into this team instead if it does happen. So definitely pick up a few 82, 83 rated Premier League players. And then for the final tip, this is to pick up some cheap Team of the Week players. Now both the previous 2 years for the August Player of the Month hasn't required Team of the Week players, but usually at the start you can get a few of them around discard price. You might as well pick them up since you can't lose any coins in them, and if they are required, you most likely make some easy profit on them. So that will be it for this video now, so see you, UniqueRiggers, and hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have, please leave a like.